Well done, Luke. Just have a rest. Just in the background there. So is that moving on, do you think? Yeah.
Oh, she's making more.
Well done. There we go. Hello, Mummy. Hello.
Twin 2 is breech, and the usual procedure in this maternity unit is for the doctor to be there.
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. That's it. Take this one. Right.
I'll try.
That's wonderful.
Emma and Keith hold their babies skin to skin. It helps regulate temperature and breathing, and it's calming. It's also a great way to welcome your babies to the world.
Just tell me what you want to do.
Your little sister.
I'm here to help you. You're very, very much.
It just happened so quick. Then it says cut the vows in the labour room upstairs, and doctors and nurses everywhere, and then they both come out. And
in theatre it was quite calm and relaxed. There's lots of people there. Obviously each baby had to have a separate team of paediatricians and intensive care nurses. There was the scrub team for the theatres, surgeons, anaesthetists, and me and Paul. But it was a nice, good, calm, relaxed feeling, and I had a spinal anaesthetic which numbed me from just beneath my chest down to my feet, and that was a brilliant form of anaesthetic because I could feel sensations but no pain, and obviously I was awake when the babies were delivered, so that was lovely.
Julie has the support of her community midwife, Angela, who's come in to be with her.
I'll give you a quick look now. I've got baby number 2, okay? This is the one that was head down. First baby on this scan, okay? That's it.
He's got his hand up.
Hello. This is the bigger one.
Yeah. It was saying that she had long legs.
So I'm watching Ruben for the first couple of hours. He just changed.
It's amazing, isn't it? He's changed since he's come out.
Okay. Adam was the first one to be born. He weighed 1.8 kilos. Then came Serena, who was number 2, and she weighed 2.1 kilos. And then number 3 here is Ryan, and he was 2.3 kilos. He's the youngest of the 3. He's the baby of the babies.
Lucky, and Zena did a good job in keeping them in, which was the key. And we were told all through the pregnancy that, that's what you have to aim for. The longer they stay in, the longer your pregnancy, the safer your kids are.
Yeah.
The less special care they have to have, the less complications later.
Exactly, the healthier they could be.
But then they took me in 5:30 on the Monday night and put me on the ward, and then they kept taking blood pressure, and it just went up and up. And by 9:30 Monday night, they said, we're going to have to do the emergency caesarean tonight. And they just kept me ticking over for the next 3 hours until he got there with different drugs keeping my blood pressure down. And then
I got there at 1:45.
1:45, and then we went through for the emergency caesarean, and
They George Clooney'd me up.
yeah, and then Harvey popped out at 16 minutes past 1,
Yeah.
weighing £5.12,
Yeah.
and Max 2 minutes later, 18 minutes past 1, at £6.2. And Harvey needed a little bit of oxygen, so off he went, and they waved Max above the green screen at me, and he was all white and slimy, and I was just like, "Oh, take him away."
You weren't really bothered.
I wasn't
at that stage,
really,
were you?
no. I'd had so many different drugs pumped into me, I was just happy to get them out at that stage. And then I had a cuddle with Max about 10 minutes later, skin to skin cuddle with Max, and then they went off to Skaboo, the special care baby unit.
About 40% of multiples need to spend some time in special care.
It's fine. It's been quite tough. It's been like a roller coaster ride. Every day was different. We could have a good day today and have a bad day tomorrow. But as they grew older, it became a lot. I felt a lot more relaxed.
With the babies being so early, they've had to be admitted to special care, and they're both in incubators. And because they're so early, they've got no sucking reflex, so they don't feed by a bottle yet. They're fed through a tube down their nose, and we come in twice daily and do all their cares, as they're called, and just wash them, the whole body, and change their nappies, and monitor poos and wheeze. As I say, you just want time to pick up on them.
Really difficult when they're in an incubator and you're allowed to have them out once a day for sort of half an hour each. That was really tough.
Yeah, one of the sweetest things I've ever seen was they took Jessica out on the first day. So the first day puts her on Kathy's chest and she just sort of lay there looking at this tiny thing, huge great eyes. It's beautiful.
It's very important for the mothers that when they come onto the ward that they ask for help. So if they're in any pain or they've had a cesarean section, that they therefore turn around and don't feel shy and don't feel too embarrassed. It's very important that they recognise that the midwives and the healthcare assistants are there to help them. And if you're unsure about how to change the baby or you need any help, please don't forget, press the buzzer, ask for some help, and they're there to help you.
I didn't. Oh, shush.
He's been a bit funny today.
He won't come near me, he won't give me cuddles. I think he misses my big belly.
Yeah, she used to snuggle up to Nina's bum. Like today, I brought him up here this morning. He's sort of getting a bit restless and that. It's a bit new to him. Loads of people about and sort of... I think he's a bit tired, aren't we, son? Yes, we're tired. We're going to go home with Nanny and Baby to sleep. Yeah.
I'll never do it again.
Twins and more can enjoy breastfeeding and all the health benefits of breast milk.
If I'm feeding one at a time, then I have them across me like this, and then if the other one wakes up and is hungry, then I just put his head here and his legs all facing in the same direction. I just need to make sure that I've got the remote control, the host phone, my mobile phone, all within reach of me, because once I'm here, that's it.
Although he's fast asleep now, you see, they don't do this at night.
Gets himself worked up, this one.
But however you choose to feed, breast, formula or mixed, ask for as much help and information as you need.
They're getting all breast milk. I'm expressing some so somebody can help me out feed from a bottle. But yeah, they're obviously putting on weight well, so I think they're getting enough.
In particular, small, ill or special care babies may mean you need a lot of support.
Alex stretching so much. I had to express my milk, and since then I've had a lot of milk, and I haven't really had problems with that. Even though I've got twins, and I know I need to have a lot of milk to feed them, and as they grow bigger, their milk requirements gets more and more. But it hasn't been too bad, and we've got a lot of milk stored in the freezer for them, so that's been very good.
Sometimes, problems may mean you start breastfeeding, but then switch to formula, like Catherine.
The sort of nail in the coffin was when I went into hospital to stay with him 24 hours, and so he was part breast and part bottle, and she was part bottle and part tube, and it was just taking me all night. And then the first couple of days I did actually express for her as well. But after that, I just got so tired. It just stopped, and I think it's been fine. I was glad once I sort of finally decided that this was it. I'd had enough, really.
Mm-hmm.
So we gave it a go, didn't we, guys?
since we came home, we've had support from the hospital. So the community liaison sister, she comes in every week just to see how they're doing, but particularly to see how Alex is doing with his oxygen, and just to follow up on that really. And I get really excited when I hear them cry. You know, even though you do want them to stop crying, and you know there's a reason why they're crying. I get really excited. Initially, they were on the ventilator, and it takes quite a while for them to find their voice once they've been on the ventilator, and you know, they just get louder and louder and louder every day, and you know, you just get so excited.
It's great to see you at home, actually.
Your health visitor's a good source of information about local support groups, and he or she can put you in touch with other parents of twins and more.
So who have I got here? That's Abigail.
Weighing and routine health checks can usually be done at home. A lot easier for you than going to the clinic. If your health visitor doesn't offer, then just ask.
My maternity nurse, the first one that came when we started, said that she wanted us to use a Silver Cross pram that is for twins. The 3 babies would fit in it because they're quite tiny, so they can all fit in it and we can take them out for a walk. So I didn't know where to go to get it, so I called Tamba. They were actually very supportive, and when I told them the news, they were like, wow, anything you need.
Tamba can help you select the right equipment for your babies. Regularly updated fact sheets give an overview of what's available.
The boys actually tend to sleep quite well from about 8 until 10:30 in the morning. So there's no point me getting up for those 2.5 hours or whatever. I just stay in bed with them and get up about 11 o'clock. Got nothing better to do. The boys are here, I'm here. We might as well sleep while we can. So I basically write off the mornings these days and get up about 11:30.
My days at the moment now are a lot less frenetic than they were when they were much younger. But we sort of work to quite a routine, so we get them up and feed them and have lunch and all that at the same sort of times each day. So it's quite, I needed that to be able to cope, I think, so otherwise I didn't really know what to expect. So we get up, they get up about 7 o'clock, and they're doing brilliantly now. They sleep through the night, which is the most exciting thing in the world.
There was one night, a couple of nights, when one of them just cried, and in the end I just started crying as well because I'd had enough. At that point it was 5 o'clock in the morning, they'd been awake for about 4 hours.
Sometimes I think psychologically it's best to actually just realise that you're not going to get any sleep and get up. And then at least Sarah's getting her sleep for 6 hours, and that's what I did. I just put a DVD on and watched that.